We're in the northwest end of the city following yet another violent night. This time, 4 people injured after what police say was likely a gang shootout here at Marley and Glen Park. And you could see the aftermath after 24 bullets were fired in this area, hitting this patio here, as well as a vehicle that was sitting in the parking lot. You could see shattered glass just spilling out in the area.
I was just right there, a bunch of guys hanging out.
Residents we spoke to said they couldn't believe it happened again. Another shooting. It didn't take long for police to respond. Shortly before 1 a.m., their officers located one victim at the scene. A second one was later found by this porta potty not too far away. A third drove to hospital, and a fourth is described by the Toronto police chief as being an innocent bystander connected to a restaurant nearby.
There are 3 suspects that got out of a car. The drivers remained in the car while the 3 came out, opened fire on the individuals at that particular bar. Out of the 4 people that were victims, we have at least 1 that was returning fire. So we have 2 sides shooting at each other at 1 o'clock in the morning.
It's unknown at this point why the 4 victims were in that location, nor do we know their relationship with one another.
We're trying to get information out of the victims, and no one is cooperating.
All 4 not cooperating.
At this point in time, we don't have that.
Over 30 bullets fired. The investigation thus far, according to police, points to this being a targeted gang-related shooting. And the police chief says one of the victims is known to authorities. One
of the victims that was shot has a history of gun violence, served time for gun-related offenses, not once, but twice.
Back in April, just steps away from this recent investigation, another shootout saw patrons of a bar ducking for cover as over a dozen bullets went flying, leaving 1 man injured.
Right now, it's a joke. We're not going to arrest our way out of it. The joke. And, you know, we keep on asking the police to do everything. Meanwhile, these guys keep getting guns, keep shooting.
The area's councillor said back then that he wanted the liquor license pulled from any bars that saw gun violence. He also wants harsher penalties for those pulling the trigger.
Do something to change that easy on gun crime attitude that exists here in Canada. They got to come back and pass some laws that help the police.
Following this morning's shooting, there are fears of retribution that may result in even more violence.
When you have a street gang member shooting another street gang, that gang is bringing bullets into their neighborhood, because the gang that they shot at is going to come in their neighborhood and shoot and compromise the safety of everyone. And that's what we're seeing over and over and over again.
Police say the fleeing vehicle was possibly a dark sedan. Though no suspect information has been released, the chief says it's only time until they are caught.
My fear is they have no respect for the rest of the public, the 99.9% of the community, and they will shoot at will. And today is a case of that.
Chief Mark Saunders saying there will be an additional police presence here in the Marley-Glen Park area, also emphasizing really to anyone who might have any information to please contact police. Nothing is too big or too small to help investigators piece this together. On Marley near Glen Park, I'm Faiza Amin for City News.